Imagine working your whole life, building a life for your family, only to have the government decide what happens to everything when you're gone. That's exactly what happens when you don't have an estate plan. Most people think planning is just for the rich, old, or sick, but that's just wrong. If you own a home, have children, or simply want to say in what happens when something goes wrong, estate planning is for you. Today, I'll pull back the curtain on what estate planning really is, why it matters, and how it can save you and your family from a world of confusion, conflict, and court. I'm Gary, an estate planning attorney who turned personal heartbreak into purpose. After my family went through probate, I left my corporate job, went to law school, and now help families like yours avoid the same mess by creating effective plans for peace of mind. And here's my story. In 2010, my dad died suddenly from a heart attack. I didn't even make it home in time to say goodbye. And just when we thought things couldn't get worse, we got dragged into the nightmare of probate. Even worse, my dad kept all his records in his head. No plan, no instructions. So Mom and I were left to pick up the pieces, probate court, legal fees, and years of stress. That all because there was no plan in place. And that's the moment I realized this doesn't have to happen to other families. So what is estate planning? At its core, it's making decisions now while you're alive and well, instead of letting the court make them for you when you're not. It's making sure the people you love are taken care of without chaos, delays, or judges stepping in. It really covers three big things. What happens to your stuff? Who makes decisions for you when you can't make them for yourself? How to avoid your family going through the nightmare of probate. And here's the truth. Everyone has an estate. Your house, your car, bank accounts, retirement, savings, pets, family photos, all of it. Your estate is what you own. So if you don't have a plan for it, guess who does? The state, the government. And you probably won't like what they have in mind, because their plan involves long court, high legal costs, public exposure, and no privacy. For example, let's say you don't have a will. The state decides who gets your stuff, and that might mean estranged children or siblings that you haven't seen in a long time get half your estate, just like Jill's family. And that's not drama from a movie. That's what happens when people don't plan. And if you're incapacitated, say like a stroke, car accident, or you get sick, you lose your voice in every decision. Without the right documents, a judge could decide who takes over your finances and your health care. It might not be your spouse. It might not be your child. It could be a total stranger assigned by the judge. So here's what a solid plan should include. Every plan has a will, and that tells the court who gets what, when, how, and how much, but it still goes through probate. A trust skips probate and gives you way more control. Powers of attorney name someone you trust to make decisions when you can't. Healthcare directives tell doctors what to do if you can't speak for yourself. And there's also beneficiary designations. So on life insurance, bank accounts, and retirement, you name where they go without probate. And the best part? You don't need to be wealthy. You don't need to be sick or old. You just need to care enough to protect your family from the headache of dealing with the court. Let's be real. The hardest part is getting started. A lot of people feel overwhelmed and they put it off. They think, I'll do it next year. I'll do it later. But life doesn't wait. Things happen, accidents, illness, sudden loss. Your family deserves better than chaos. And here's the scary truth. If you do nothing, your family will end up in court. And probate is slow, expensive, and brutal. In Arkansas, probate can take 10 months minimum, and usually more. The cost can be up to 6% of what you owned. So for example, if you had $300,000 worth of assets, that's $18,000 gone before your family sees a dime. And during that time, your accounts are frozen, bills can pile up, family members argue, and everything is public record. This isn't just a risk, this is a guarantee if you don't plan ahead. However, when you plan, you control who makes the decisions, you control who gets your property, when and how. You protect your family's privacy and cut out the courts. You give your kids and grandkids clarity, not conflict. Guess what? It doesn't have to be hard. We walk people through it every day. Regular people like you who just want peace of mind to make things easy for their family. We talk about their goals, fears, and the best way to make a plan that fits their life. Not some boilerplate document, a real plan for real people. So this is a wake-up call. If you've been putting it off, waiting for the right time, let this be the moment you take control. Because you don't get to pick the day life throws you a curveball, but you do get to pick whether your family's ready or not. So don't hand the steering wheel to a judge. Take control of the wheel now. Pick who's in charge, choose who gets what, choose peace of mind over probate. Estate planning isn't just about a stack of documents. It's about protecting the people you love, about making sure your story ends the way you want it to, not the way the government decides. And it starts with just one simple step. And I'll be releasing one new video every week in this series. Watch the next video to learn just how crucial estate planning is for the well-being of your family. So click subscribe to keep up.